Meanwhile, in the city from Jack 2...
Maybe waiting isn't good enough.
My thoughts exactly. If you have a dream, don't wait. Act. One of life's little rules. Got it memorized?
Who are you?
Axel. I happen to be an acquaintance of Sora's. Why don't we go see him?
Sora?
We've got something in common, Kairi. You and I both miss someone we care about. Hey, I feel like we're friends already.
You're not acting very friendly. Hey, what is this place?
You okay?
What?
You and that dog came flying out of a hole in the wall. You nearly gave us heart attacks.
Something tells me that you were probably going to be suffering one of those heart attacks anyway, Prince. Anyway, given the part's short length, yeah, this is pretty much just sort of a filler part for the time being, because we're going to test out our new summon, Genie. And unlike Kingdom Hearts 1, what does he do? Copy our hero Sora. He even has his own mock Keyblade. And how Genie flows and functions, as you'll soon be seeing, is he's pretty much mocking your drive forms. And I don't mean that as like he makes fun of it, but yeah, he takes on the abilities of Wisdom and Valor form, and you can switch between the two. And each special attack will basically have different properties, he's seeing right here, so... yeah, he's pretty valuable in combat, and this also continues on as you increase in abilities. So, like, I mean, again, when you get later drive forms, he'll have his own special attacks and abilities for that, which is pretty freaking sweet. And you can pretty much switch between them on the fly. He has color reflecting the drive forms you collect, and he has this little chish because, fuck it. I'm gonna be editing out a few things here and there. Primarily because not really much of anything gets done. Synthesize a few more bits of equipment here and there. And bada bing, we do the thing, really. In terms of where we're going to be going this time, we're pretty much going to the Pride Lands, which, in this case, is referencing The Lion King. Whoopee. And I suppose, since we probably have bugger all to talk about with this upcoming Gummy Ship segment, have I seen the movie? Yes, I have. Don't really remember too much about it. I mean, it's The Lion King. It was alright. I enjoyed it. Had a good performance with James Earl Jones as Mustafa. So, yeah, it's a fine movie. Haven't seen the 26... was it the 2016 one, or was it a little bit later? The one that was, like, hyper-realistic and everybody hated it? I guess. I don't know. Never seen it. The remake, personally, and I don't really care. And I suppose, technically speaking, aside from one... I think a little bit later, this is technically meant to be, I think, the final Gummy Ship mission of the game, so, Yeah, they were here in a heartbeat, but then they'll be gone. I mean, obviously, since we haven't done Halloween Town yet, we still have a few more gummy ship goodness of Gummy to, you know, bear witness to, but this is, one of the final ones. Oh, if only we had more time! Well, I mean, you can technically have more time in the gummy ship segments because you could do the pish missions, but, personally, I don't, because I cannot be bothered. And I suppose to kind of fill up a discrepancy that I was talking about before in terms of, getting it off the points threshold, again, you pretty much have like a little bar that's on the circle of your HUD. So again, make sure to get a full one of those in order to get like a medal, as the game calls it. I don't know. That's pretty much just something I wanted to clear out from all the way back in like part like 10 or 11 or something, whenever I first started talking about this. By the way, is this thing meant to be an offshoot of Kurt Caesar? I think I mentioned that before as well. I'm falling in on repeated habits, but really, I'm desperately low on trivia, so I gotta save what I got for what I got. And to kind of talk about Pride Lands, to jump the gun a little bit here, at least in terms of what Kingdom Hearts 2 brings to the table, it was initially meant to be in Kingdom Hearts 1, but apparently the game designers had a lot of trouble trying to adapt the game design for quadruped Sora. So yeah, didn't really find out a way to work it until now. Which seems a little bit odd actually, because I mean, you still have games like Spyro the Dragon that seem to do a decent job of it. Well, I mean, then again, and something I believe I also talked about a little bit earlier as well, at least in terms of like incredible action and cameras and all that sort of thing, where a lot of Japanese kids actually had a lot of trouble with Spyro's camera, so they basically slowed it down to the extreme, and because a lot of people were getting motion sick. So maybe that might have been the reason, so I don't know, it does kind of make the way Kingdom Hearts handles it kind of an interesting feat, because one of people's biggest complaints about the Pride Lands is that it's a very dull environment. Not that you could really tell from the gummy ship segment we're seeing here as we ascend to the heavens, but yeah, it's, I mean, if you thought areas like Olympus were devoid of life and flow and function, then Pride Lands is even more dead, although that's kind of intentional given the movie's themes and storyline, really. By the way, can I just say, I really love this background right here. Kinda wish we had more brightly covered sky levels. I mean, are we truly in the final world? Maybe we are. Maybe this is where Sora will go when he dies. But I'm sure that'll never happen to our lovely little boy, as he enters through time and space. We did it! Whoa-ho! So anyway, I apologize for the short part, but in any case, I am Solidus-Skully, keeping new metal, and next time in the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary, we're off to the Pride Lands. We're off to Africa. Catch you next time.